Mother Nature can be a cruel mistress. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 creepy animal facts that will keep you up at night. For this list, we're looking at the strangest, grossest, and most unsettling parts of the natural world. If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below. Number 10. Tears of blood.
You're about to witness one of the most bizarre pieces of defensive weaponry ever devised by Mother Nature.
There are several different species of horned lizards that possess the remarkable ability to squirt blood from their eyeballs. But they don't just do this for fun, it's a defense mechanism.
That swelling below the lizard's eye isn't a tear duct. It's high-octane coyote repellent, aka blood. Let her rip.
When faced with a large predator, the coyote for example, the lizard's ace in the hole is shooting blood straight into the mouth of whatever's trying to eat it. Apparently, the blood tastes so foul to the lizard's usual predators that it will make them back off and find a different meal. The lizard does this by bursting the blood vessels in its eyes. It may be bizarre, but if it works, it works.
As someone who studies lizards, this surprises even me.
Number 9. Koalas have chlamydia. Australia has no shortage of weird and wonderful wildlife, and one of its most famous creatures is the cuddly koala.
Chlamydia is an infectious disease that can cause a range of problems in koalas. It causes conjunctivitis, inflammation of the eyelids, and it causes infertility in both males and females.
But you might get more than you bargained for if you ever pet one of them. Adorable as they are, huge numbers suffer from the STI chlamydia. It spreads from sexual activity, but can also be transmitted when baby koalas eat their mother's feces, or pap, because at such a young age, they're not yet able to consume eucalyptus leaves. They have to eat them once they've already been digested.
It can be devastating to them. The conjunctivitis can cause blindness because the inflammation of the eyelids becomes so severe that the cornea, the front covering of the eye, becomes completely opaque and they can't see, so they can't feed.
But it's not all doom and gloom. Scientists are working hard to save the koalas and have even begun to trial a chlamydia vaccine for them.
So thank you so much to Russell Crowe for your amazing donation to help these koalas. Thanks to your auction, you are now saving literally thousands of koala lives.
Number 8. Beaver Castoreum. Though their dams can sometimes be mislabeled as a nuisance, beavers have been incredibly useful to humans over the years. One of the strangest uses involves a secretion known as castoreum. Castoreum comes from a beaver's castor sac, which is located near the animal's anal glands.
It's hard to even say, I'm sorry if you're eating vanilla pudding as you're watching this, but there is secretion from the anal glands of beavers. Is that true, and why is that in there?
Along with urine, the beaver uses the scent to mark its territory. But the goo has been used as a perfume tincture to make leathery scents, and even as a food additive, especially in vanilla.
Because it carries a flavor, it's vanilla flavor. Vanilla, sometimes raspberry flavor.
Fortunately, because it's difficult and expensive to acquire, today you'll only find it in extremely high-end luxury goods.
That was a warning signal.
Number 7. Ladybugs eat their young. They may be cute and beloved by kids around the world, but ladybugs are just one of many animals to routinely engage in cannibalism. Researchers have found that ladybug larvae often kill and eat one another for a fast meal, and that those who do this are more likely to grow into adulthood. Adult ladybugs are also known to eat eggs or larvae as well. Equally brutal are meerkats. Female meerkats are known to kill the offspring of other females to give their own kids a better chance, and will bully bereaved mothers into becoming wet nurses for their own young.
Flower won't normally allow other females to breed, so her pups really are the future of the group.
Number 6. Leeches can grow to be huge. These gross bloodsuckers are unpleasant no matter what size they are.
A giant Bornean red leech. And it's hungry.
But the biggest leeches in the world are actually enormous. The world's largest species resides in South America.
The leech has an extremely sensitive mouth. It tastes its way towards its prey.
The giant Amazon leech can grow to be 1.5 feet long and 4 inches wide, getting larger the more blood it drinks.
It will be a whole month before this leech needs to hunt again.
Remarkably, it was also believed to be extinct for 80 years, but was rediscovered in the 70s. In 2015, images went viral showing someone feeding a pet leech with their own arm. That's definitely devotion, but yikes. Number 5. Electric eels can jump. In the 1800s, a strange legend emerged from one naturalist's travels in South America. Electric eels had been seen jumping out of the Amazon River to attack horses.
It shows an eel having essentially leapt out of the water and pressing its chin against the belly of one of the horses.
This was thought to be a myth until electric eels in captivity were observed and filmed doing exactly that in 2016. This seems to be a behavior they'll only employ if they're on the defensive. They leap from the water and then discharge powerful electric shocks, pressing themselves to the predator to ensure maximum pain. These out-of-water shocks are stronger and more unpleasant than the common underwater ones.
If the eel starts to come out of the water with its positive end, the chin, touching the predator, the voltage increases as the eel ascends.
Number 4. Sea cucumbers expel their organs. Though they can be served up and eaten as a delicacy, few creatures are as disgusting as the sea cucumber.
But what these guys do is that they eat up the sand at one end, which has lots of detrital matter on it. They pass the sand through their body and eventually out the other end after it's been cleaned.
There are plenty of weird defense mechanisms in the animal kingdom, but the sea cucumber's evisceration is the grossest of all.
By loosening the attachments of internal tissues, then quickly softening and contracting their muscles, many species are capable of shooting a wide range of organs out of their anuses. This act is called evisceration, and it's a surprisingly effective defense mechanism.
When threatened, they can eject parts of their internal organs to escape from a predator. Incredibly, it can regrow all of these in a matter of days, no harm done, ready to begin the process anew. Long story short, don't pick up a sea cucumber or it might poop its guts out all over you.
It expels its guts out of its very own ring of fire. Their filaments are sticky and toxic.
Number 3. Boa constrictors can feel your heartbeat. While some snakes kill with venom, for others, their preferred murder technique is constriction.
A 10-foot boa entangles an enormous iguana, holding it in a vice-like grip.
Luckily, any kind of constrictor eating a human is rare, but if one did decide to attack, you wouldn't be able to escape by playing dead. This is because the snakes have evolved the incredible ability to detect the heartbeat of whatever they're crushing.
The pressure cuts off blood flow to the body, stopping the prey's heart.
They do this because they don't actually kill you by suffocating you. They squeeze so tightly that your blood flow is cut off. As soon as you fall unconscious, cardiac arrest will finish the job.
The biggest constrictors can squeeze with a force equivalent to 9,000 pounds of pressure. That's like having a school bus on your chest.
Number 2. Constipated scorpions. While some creatures can shed their tails to escape predators without ill effects, the same isn't true for scorpions. When their tail is caught in something, some South American scorpions can let it snap off, living on to fight another day. But the trade-off is brutal because the scorpion's anus breaks off with the tail. A slow and agonizing death follows as the scorpion continues to eat but is unable to relieve itself. The pressure builds up increasingly, and this will keep happening for up to 8 months until its inevitable death. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Deer eat bones. They've been seen scavenging human and animal remains for vital nutrients. Armadillos carry leprosy. You could contract this ancient disease by touching an infected animal.
In order to avoid being exposed to leprosy, experts suggest avoiding the only animal known to carry it, armadillos.
Eggs made of blood. Female mosquitoes use the protein in the blood they drink to grow their eggs.
By the way, only females insert their blood siphon into your skin and drink your life essence. They need a blood meal in order to produce eggs.
Pigs will eat anything. Hungry pigs have been known to eat human beings.
Then I hear the best thing to do is feed them to pigs. You've got to starve the pigs for a few days, then the sight of a chopped up body will look like curry to a pisshead.
Giant jellyfish sink ships. Ships have capsized trying to pull aboard enormous Nomura's jellyfish. Before Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Cockroaches are nearly invincible. Perhaps the sturdiest creatures in the world, the humble cockroach is a common pest you'll struggle to get rid of.
And you decide you're going to get rid of them. Here's what you're up against.
Because they live for about a year and breed so quickly, they develop genetic resistances to the pesticides and chemicals we use to flush them out.
The cockroach doesn't really have a brain per se, but it has instinct and a ferocious desire to survive and reproduce.
But even decapitation won't get rid of a roach. This is because they don't need their brains to control their breathing. And rather than breathing through their mouth, they breathe through tiny holes in their bodies. If you chop the head off a roach, not only will the body continue to move, so will the head. It can keep going for up to a week. Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.
Make you go to